This is not a rocket for NASA. This is the first ever computer. This piece of metal has made the entire internet. Want to know how? Well, thanks to John W. McHughley and J. Presper Eric and the other people in the photo are friends and family. They were in a university in Pennsylvania and they made this computer. Using wires, and with the photo you can see that idea, and a couple of years in, it becomes a mess. But the Navy was like, we can have this on a ship and we send data about the war and stuff. So what did they use to send data about the war? So how did they do it? They used the first internet. After the photos go by, you're probably wondering what just happened. The answer is electromagnetic waves, the very first internet. Simple and fast, well, 6 hours fast. We take a skip to understand how the computers operate by looking at the screen, but you will be wrong. It's actually Fortran, yes. To be honest, this is a pretty confusing, but Fortran is used for generally computer programming, such as algebraic, scientific calculating. Well, anyway, computers are in Russia, Canada, and America, and they're still being built. The Control Data Corporation 6600 was the fastest computer of its time, being able to perform 3 million commands per second, but that's not as fast as your phones today. Our phones can do up to over triple of what that fancy computer can do. Our phones can do up to 2 times the amount of processing power to launch the first ever rocket into space. Our phones can launch this twice, which is pretty crazy. Here there is a California node called a parent, connected all the technology in California for the first big internet. See, this computer is connected to California. Well, if it's in California, and this is not all, computers went from fat to skinny real quick. They evolved. And they came with rodents. Wait, not this one. This one. It's a computer mouse. They appeared like 30 years after the computer. Internet made a cool thing, and half of America has internet. So it's like A to B, B to W, W to 18. And like, well, they're all connected, except Kansas, because internet hates Kansas. The safest form of internet you can get is a cloud. But what's this dilemma? There was a guy who found a way to take 16 megabytes, well, any form of bytes, into 4, which was a big breakthrough, but he died of a heart attack, or so they say, and it was a race. Kinda weird. Water-powered car, gone. Weird, but hey, who cares? Anyway, computers have reached their final form. 1 year later, computers are as small as they can be. I believe less than an inch. Sadly, there is no more info. The internet has stopped. But that can't be true, right? It's not. I did a trickery. I was talking about America the whole time. But in 1961, the whole world, all countries have the most weakest form of internet. And in the year 2000, when it was at its final form, it was the same for like all people except Kansas, because no internet likes them. Now we have satellites into space for super fast internet. We were all connected by wires at first. Now we're all connected by metal in space. That's pretty crazy. And that is all of technology, all of internet, down to a nice documentary.